An incident that happened recently here, and we call the Pirates on the Lake, on Falcon Lake. Again, we got one of the best bass fishing lakes in the nation. We did have some incidents regarding the pirates on the lake. These are individuals that are members of a drug cartel in Mexico that were taking over, I guess, the Mexican fishermen, commercial fishermen. Even though it's illegal in Mexico to do commercial fishing, they still do it. And they would I guess, get on their boats and the Mexican boats and come to the United States or the area of the United States. And anytime you had a U.S. fisherman fishing on the lake, they'd accost them. They'd go to them and they'd steal whatever they had. They'd demand whatever they had. Now, these individuals in these boats were young kids. Some of them barely even knew how to handle a weapon. And these guys had AR-15s, fully automatic. They had AK-47s, fully automatic. Didn't even know where the safety was at on the weapon. And we had our U.S. fishermen fishing on the lake with Mexican fishing licenses to where they could go to Mexico and fish also. But that kind of stopped all of a sudden. The tourism was hurt pretty bad because of this Mexican fishing, Mexican pirates. I usually say things that'll get me in trouble sometimes, but reality is reality. The truth is the truth. And I'm going to tell you something that I've never told anybody else in the news media, and I'm telling you this, and you use this at your discretion. But I'll tell you why we don't have a boat out in the water anymore. And it's something that really I shouldn't be telling, but I am. I don't want, the way things are on the border right now, with cartels shooting at police officers from the Mexican side, and I think you can go to Brownsville, Texas, and you see a lot of the boats from Border Patrol have bullet holes in them. And just north of us here in Laredo, just south of Laredo, Texas, there was an individual from Mexico shooting at Border Patrol agents and sheriff's deputies and shooting at their cameras for 3 straight days in a row. So we do have a boat. It's a boat that we have. It was given to us by U.S. Customs many years ago. And again, maybe I shouldn't be telling this, but I'm going to tell you. It's going to be the first time I say this on television or with the media or anybody else. But we do not use that boat and have not used that boat for about 3 or 4 years now, because I will not risk having my deputy sheriffs on that boat in the middle of the water and them getting shot at with 50 caliber machine guns from Mexico. As far as I am concerned, Mexico is not prepared to what's happening right now. Mexico needs a lot of help with what's happening right now. You cannot have mayors getting killed almost every day. You cannot have the military getting shot at and killed almost every day. You cannot have citizens dying, 20, 30, 50 at a time, dying every day. Mexico needs some help. Mexico does not have the resources. Honestly, one is corruption. Corruption is there, and the corruption it's a way of life. We all know that it's a way of life in Mexico. The other thing also is that whenever you go to a police officer and tell him, you accept this $5,000 or we're going to kill you, well, what option does he have? So you have police officers getting killed, you have the people getting killed. Mexico needs some help. Mexico is not going to request any help from anybody. I think if it continues again, where you're going to have a collapse in Mexico, and of course our government is saying that's not going to happen, I've got my doubts. I think if there's a collapse, I think the United Nations needs to go in there. I think somebody needs to go there and help them, because they do have a major problem. Too many people are dying. Something I'd like to tell America is very simply, and something that America needs to know, and America, I think, doesn't know. Even though I travel quite a bit, I've testified before Congress several times, and one simple real thing: the border is not secure. One other thing America needs to know about, that if you really, really, really want to be sure that you really want to have homeland security, you must first have border security. Otherwise, you cannot have homeland security without border security. One thing we need to realize, Steve, is something that's very, very elementary in nature. This is not a red issue. It's not a blue issue. We're not talking about Democrats or Republicans. It's not a red issue. It's not a blue issue. This here that we're talking about is a red, white, and blue issue that we need to consider in this country.